Let's take a look at the highlights from this game, Rob, tonight for the Toledo Walleye and the Missouri Mavericks. Let's start with stats, though, because the numbers indicated this ended up being a pretty even game overall. I mean, Toledo did have a goal that should have counted, did not. Maybe the score might have been a little bit different. You heard Coach there, if it's a 1-0 game, maybe going to the third, it's a little bit different for Toledo. But overall, the number that stands out is that last line, doesn't it?
Exactly. Sometimes the stats don't exactly tell the story, but that bottom line right there really does. It tells the difference between winning and losing in this game. You cash in on a couple of power play opportunities. They're 0 for 3, so you're perfect on the penalty kill. You go 50%. Any night you're going 50% on the power play is going to be a good night, Matt. Whether it's 1 for 2, 2 for 4, or 3 for 6.
I think you're going to win a lot more games when you got that 50% mark, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And tonight it certainly was. That power play, Toledo up near 40 shots again, which has been an MO of this team an awful lot this season, creating chances, getting offense going. They ended up with 3 goals tonight. You got to credit some great goaltending, both sides tonight. The goaltender, I'm glad you brought that up with Coach earlier, because that was a pretty big key to the game tonight too.
Yeah, and Jeff Lurg, it was a 2-on-1. The one goal that went past him, you can't fault him at all. That was just a wicked shot on a 2-on-1. There really was nothing Lurg can do. He took 3/4 of the net away on it, sliding across, and just a great shot on a 2-on-1. But other than that, Toledo's very tight. They were fortunate. In the first period, there were some giveaways, and they weren't penalized for it. So you head into the second and third with some momentum, and boy, I tell you what, it just seemed like as the game went on, they got stronger.
Yeah, it certainly did, and they really got things rolling in that second period. It felt like they were close. When we look at the highlights here, it felt like they were close to maybe taking over this game and blowing away Missouri. Never could really get that, and I think you have to credit Robinson, the goaltender for Missouri, for part of that, and the reason why this ended up being a very close hockey game.
We saw some great saves by Lurg there early in the game, and then in the second period, there's the one goal from that got past Jeff Lurg. But other than that, he was rock solid. Really, it's outstanding performance tonight from Jeff Lurg. Good to see he was one of the 3 stars in the game. There you see one of the goals in front for the Toledo Walleye, and then the final one from Troy Schwab, the empty netter. He had 2 in the game to lead the Walleye tonight.